Hey everybody, it's me, your girl Macy, sitting in the Carline. I'm waiting on my oldest daughter to get out of school. They're speeding. I'm waiting on my oldest daughter to get out of school. I already picked up 3 olds from school. Now I'm at my oldest daughter's school. She gets out a little bit later. So I got about 15 minutes to kill. Well, not really kill, because it's not like I could do anything but sit in the car anyway. But I'm going to answer some questions since I'm just sitting here. It'll give me something to do when I'm in the car line. These are questions about being a mom. I found them on Pinterest. They're just random questions. So I said, this might be fun to make a video. So, question number 1 is, when did you know you wanted to be a mom? Does anybody even really know when they want to be a mom? I think a lot of times, well, I became a young mom, and for me, a lot of times, it's like, oops, I'm a mom now. But I think I know I wanted to be married and to have a family probably when I was about like 16. I think around that age, little girls start to fantasize about their wedding and their kids and all kind of stuff like that. I actually got pregnant when I was 18 though. It was still kind of young. I was in college. What year was I in college? It was a summer after my freshman year in college, actually. Yep, and then I had my daughter the following year. I was a sophomore. And I was 19, going on 20 then. So yeah, I got pregnant kind of young. And had my daughter kind of young. But it was a plan. It was just like a, oops, there goes the baby. How did you decide on your amount of children? I think I always wanted a big family, so I was like, I think I'm gonna have 5 kids one day. And now I got 5 kids. I mean, I didn't have 5 kids on purpose because I've only been pregnant 3 times. I just so happen to have 2 sets of twins. It happens. But one day, I think I was talking to my mom. It's when I had just my oldest daughter and my 1 set of twins ready. She's like, "You don't have kids?" I said, "No, I'm probably gonna have like 5 kids. I think I want like 5 kids, and now I have like 5 kids. Sometimes I want more until I get my cell phone bill with just me on it, and I'm like, dang, I got 5 kids. If I have another kid or 2, that's gonna be like 9 people on 1 cell phone plan." I said, I can't. I'm not doing that. I can't do that. I could, but I'm not. Imagine how much that'll be. So I got 5. I think I'm done. I mean, I'm only 26. Once my kids are like 10 and 13 and 16, I might be like, oh, I want another baby. But for now, we're good. What do you remember about the day you had your children? Okay. Kid numero uno. My first baby. She's 6.5. She was born in 2012. What I remember about that day is I was exactly 40 weeks pregnant, and I was miserable for a long time. I was just ready to have her, and I was like, the night before I was gonna take castor oil because everybody was saying that the castor oil will make you go into labor, but I chickened out because they were like, it can hurt your baby and everything. So I chickened out. I didn't do that. So the morning of 40 weeks, I woke up and I was cramping and I was having contractions. So I crawled into my mom's room, like, "Mommy, it hurts." And she was like, "You know what, Macy? I think it's time to go in." So I called her dad. And I was like, I'm going to the hospital. It's about to go down. So we all got to the hospital. I don't really remember, all that happened. But anyway, I was dilated. Got an epidural. Pushed for an hour. She came out. Boom. I had a baby girl. Okay. My second pregnancy. Babies 2 and 3. I went from 1 to 3 overnight. I did. Anyway, babies 2 and 3. I had to have a C-section because babies 2 and 3 were breached. I was terrified. I was so afraid to have a C-section. It was just me and my mom. And it was scary. Like, first I just went in and they prepped me. They had to give me the epidural. I had to slouch over. The room was cold. And I was so afraid, and I was just crying. And they're like, ma'am, you have to stop crying so that we can, put the needle in your back and you can't be moving and stuff. I'm crying. I'm like, I can't, I'm so scared. Okay. I calmed down enough for them to put needle in. I go numb. I start crying again. I can't feel myself breathe. I can't feel myself breathe. I couldn't feel myself breathe, y'all. I mean, I was probably being over dramatic, but I was scared. I was terrified. They have my arms pinned down, and it was horrible. But they eventually came out. They rolled me to recovery. They brought the babies in there so I could feed them. And that was that. Babies 4 and 5. And which are 3 months, well, they'll be 3 months old in a few days. They're almost 3 months old. So they're kind of newborns. Anyway, babies 4 and 5. That C-section went totally different. I guess it's different because now, I'm married, so I had my husband with me, and he made everything a little bit more smoother. Our moms were there too, but they had to wait, out in the hallway for the babies to come. But yeah, I was surrounded by, my family stuff this time, so it was this delivery was a little bit better than my other delivery. I had to have a C-section again because these babies were breached again. My second set of twins, and they're breached. Yes, they were. Yeah, I know, like, my eyes probably look off because I have the front facing camera toward this way, and I keep looking at the screen instead of looking at the lens. So if it looks like I'm not looking at you, it's because I'm looking at the lens. Anyway, what I remember about this day is it was a scheduled C-section. My C-section was at 2. They told me to get there at 11. I don't know why, because I sat out in the hallway in a waiting room for like 2 hours. I finally got in the room. They hooked me up. I signed a bunch of papers. But this C-section was way better than the other ones, because I got in there, all the nurses, they were laughing and playing and joking around. So they made me feel, a little bit more comfortable. It was like, yeah, this is a breeze. Like, we was getting it. Like, we went in. They took Bryson out, my only little boy. They took my little boy out. He wasn't crying or nothing. They just took him out. He was just sitting there looking at me like, what's up? And I'm like, oh, my baby boy. And then they took my baby girl out, my youngest baby girl. And she was screaming, hollering. She was loud. She lit the whole entire hospital up. Like, she was loud. She still is loud. And she's probably going to be loud for forever. But, yeah. And they took them out. We took pictures with them. They rolled me back to the room. That was a good day. I was excited to have them out. All right, on to the next question. How did you choose the names of your children? Well, I chose the first name because it started with an M, and my name started with an M. I chose the second 2 names because me and my first starter name start with M's. So I wanted their names to start with M's too. But actually, I chose Mackenzie because I always loved the name Mackenzie. So I was like, you know what? I'll name her Mackenzie. At first, my best friend, she was like, if I have a daughter, I'm going to name her Mackenzie, so you can have the name Mackenzie. But then she let me have the name Mackenzie, so I named my daughter Mackenzie. And then Bryson, I love the name Bryson. And then his dad's name is Bryce. So that worked out perfectly. And I need another B name. I had a whole lot of B names up in the air. We just chose one. And that's how we went with the little girl's name. Bailey, that's her name. That's how we went with Bailey's name. Okay, my last question. What did you love about pregnancy? What did I love about pregnancy? Absolutely nothing. Pregnancy hurts. It hurts. Some people have great pregnancies and they love being pregnant and they'll do it a million times over. I, however, am not one of those people. My feet hurt. Last time I got swollen. Last pregnancy, my first twin pregnancy was better than my last pregnancy. physically, most of my pregnancies have been, you know, okay. Like, I worked up to 2 days before I had, no. Pregnancy 1, I worked 37 weeks because I thought she was going to come. It was my first pregnancy. I really didn't know much. Pregnancy 2, I worked up until 2 days before my scheduled C-section. So I worked up until 37 weeks, 8 days. I worked up until 37 weeks, 5 days, because I had them at exactly 38 weeks. Yes. And then with my last pregnancy, I worked up until 33 weeks, I think it was, 33 or 34 weeks. Even they didn't come to the 38 weeks, but I thought my vagina was gonna fall out. Like I couldn't walk. I'll get stabbing pains. I'll start cramping really bad anytime I was on my feet for more than an hour. Like, the pain was so horrible. Like, I went into pre-labor like a couple of times. Like, I had to go to the hospital. They had to give me steroid shots. They had to give me IV medicine to stop my contractions and everything, because I have a really irritable uterus, they said, and like almost anything could shoot off contractions. Like, I had contractions all the time. They just didn't change my cervix, so the baby wasn't, you know, the babies aren't coming out or anything. But like, I could do almost just standing on my feet for an hour or two, and I'll go and I'll start having contractions. So my husband was like, you're not going back to work, you're staying at the house. So I had to stay at the house. And y'all, I tell you, I was so bored. I was at the house for like, I was on maternity leave for 6 weeks after I had a baby, and then 4 weeks before that. So yeah, I was at the house for 10 weeks. I was ready to go back home, ready to go back to work. And I did. I mean, now I'm at work. I'm only at work like 2-3 days, but I'm able to get to the house, go talk to some adults, you know, that's better. But some people love pregnancy. Pregnancy is better on me physically than it is emotionally. Like, my hormones be all over the place. I'm usually crying all the time. I'm stressed out. I'm depressed. Like, I don't mean to make pregnancy sound bad, because it's a beautiful thing. Making a child is a wonderful gift. But it's, for me, it like, it hurts. But I mean, all that usually goes down like after, you know, you have the baby. Like, I'm all good now. My hormones go back regular. I'm able to rationalize things again. But it's just like, while you're pregnant, like, it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of hard, but it's beautiful for so many people. I know so many people that just love being pregnant and love having babies. If I could do it again, I would probably want to do like one more time. And if I could have another set of twins, I would. So I could have me 2 more boys. But I don't think so. Maybe not. Hubby says no, but he might change his mind. You never know. But yeah, y'all, I'm almost up here at the front of the Carline to get my daughter, so I'm gonna have to cut my video a little short. I didn't even expect it to go on for 13 minutes. Yeah, it's been 13 minutes. I can't believe I talked for 13 minutes. When making these questions, I was like, I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be that long. It's probably only gonna be like 3 minutes long, and here I am, I talked for 13 minutes. But if y'all watched, I thank y'all for watching. Hopefully I'm entertaining enough for y'all to watch me again. But anyway, I will check y'all next time, and thank you for watching my Carline vlog. Ciao. Is ciao the right word? I think. Does ciao mean bye? Well, I say toodles. Bye, y'all.